Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmines with my Benz, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then advantage. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of order way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benz, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you.
Good evening. Welcome back, everybody. We got Wednesday night. Been on a little hiatus. Obviously, still saddened by Corley's loss. If you guys would like to, here's the link. Still got the GoFundMe up, so you guys please don't hesitate to throw any more in there if you don't mind. We did a great thing. We got a number up there. Got it going to, it's getting close to $10,000 we've raised. But I think we could get some more if you guys really feel like it. But I don't want to focus on that tonight. So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually play some Golden Tee. No ulterior motives, just tea. We're going to look at the events mode. It's an interesting one. We got some body Moor action, but with only stock ball. I've played it exactly 4 times so far. It's really not too hard to play the course clean with it. It is hard as hell to hold out with stock balls. For me, my biggest problem is I can't follow the ball trail. I need a ball trail to follow where it goes. I can't keep up with it, and I can't see the ball while I'm hitting. So when I try to figure out where I missed and what I did wrong, I got an issue. But a lot more turning and going straight shots. Jason, it's still being worked out. I've got it. They moved down to being my cervical spine, so we've gotten. I go to see a neurosurgeon on the 2nd. It took a while to get in. And the joy of this being easy tees is that par stays consistent at 29. So all we need is a hole out and a clean round. That's it. This hole gets a lot more challenging with wind. That works out. That works out a bit. And really just getting adjusted back to your distances and playing full winds, that's going to have an issue with it too. There's going to be a couple shots, I'm sure, that you guys have messed up that I'm going to mess up. The distance is really bad. Okay, I didn't hit a 9-wood there. That's not right. All right, we'll save it. Whew. Has anyone else been getting those phantom-type club changes? Jason, it's not a bad thing to play a couple of them. It's only $1 a pop. Even if you played 100 in the week, it's not really. You're going to end up losing 60 or 70 bucks. Because if you played 100 of them, I'm assuming you're going to get back at least 40 bucks. Invites are another animal altogether because you have an artificially inflated handicap. I told you that from the beginning. Your handicap is not match the type of player that you are. And I'm going to say that we're going to see that more often than not, especially with people with home edition, because it's heavily weighted to go up and a lot harder to go down. Oh, my God. Well, we're not starting off like that. Can't miss putt. So when you're doing that, when you have it artificially weighted at, and you play all courses with higher pars, your handicap's going to go way up. And it takes you to have big debacles to go down. But the big debacles don't knock you down as much as a good game brings you up. So you put yourself in a bad position altogether. Well, I don't know what to tell you there. Play better. See, like that, I can't follow the line on the ball to see how much further out I need to hit it. All right, 343. You don't have to murder this. So how many of you guys have actually gone in and played this played this events mode? Oh, yeah, you got that's pretty good. Yeah, go Braves, Jonathan. That was fantastic. Super fantastic to see. And they put a beating on them. And we got to watch their idiot loudmouth fans fucking talking crazy and then just get shut up. I love it. Braves are a team I could get behind too. It was good. It was a good one. All right, so you're 13 games in, and you're at what? Let's see. I haven't looked at this leaderboard. So if we're at 29, oh, wow, you're two better. Good job. And Jaeger's two better, too. Sweet. Well played, guys. Oh, that hole's just not. I just wish I could follow the ball better. Oh, nice. Oh, 31's help. Come on. So for me right now, it's a blind guess because I literally can't find the ball after I hit it. So I'm just guessing where and how I'm correcting the next game. It's fine. I wish they would give us a ball with a trail always. But we'll deal with it. It's just having poor eyesight nowadays. Didn't go with, wow. It's amazing to see how much the wind plays the 6-wood. Oh, wow, sweet. I need to get out and play a bit more commercial. That's where I'm coming from. But I tell you what, with how bad my back and my neck and my throat been hurting lately, I just don't even want to touch the machine. It's getting rough. Hopefully they say they can shoot me up with some cortisone, the neurosurgeon, and see where it goes when I get there. Jason, we talked about your flights and things now. I don't think really many people care to hear it. If you got questions and need help finding one, let me know. But I mean, you're an adult. You can get your own. You can get your flights figured out. That's a good thing. You can have that conversation on your stream too, sir. I want to hear about the pitfalls that people are having on this events mode. I want to hear where they're going with it, what issues they're having, and what we can help you correct on. Certain holes. And we're not going to play many of these, actually. All right, so we'll go. What is the Diablo clone event? I gotta say, man, it's not as fun as I remember playing it back in the day. And I'll say that playing on console makes it really rough. I mean, I enjoy the grind. Yeah, I don't think we have any of those kinds of things. You can't do a lot of these things on. No, the charm's there, yes. But it's just, I mean, like, even farming the gear is just a pain in the ass on PS5. Because they're kicking us off. What's the clone event, though? I've never heard of the clone event. Oh, okay, I got you. The Uber Diablo. I got you. Even farming things like that is a pain on console as well too. Like I can't do fake number of players to up the difficulty to increase drop rate. You have to play with people if you want to get better drop rate. But the playing with people and getting in games on PS5 is atrocious. So it's just getting kind of tedious and monotonous. Jason, I don't know, a couple hours, man. Come on. One time. Nope. You cannot. We don't have those keys at all. So really what I'm stuck doing right now, I mean, put it this way. I haven't gotten a rune above. I still haven't seen even, like, I'm still trying to make Eternity. Is it Eternity? No. What's the armor? Fuck. I can't remember. But I'm playing on my Necro right now. And that goddamn, I mean, really, to make the Necro worthwhile, you have to have that armor with the teleport in it. Hey, Neil. Now, Fortitude I've made already. I got that on my Merc. Enigma, there it is. Jaw, Ith, Bird, that's correct. And I have yet to see a Jaw, an Ith, or a Bird. My character's up to 95 already. So... Oh, God, I whiffed that. Boom! Lonzo, get it. Yeah, dude, I've been. I don't know. I hate to say it, but they have to up the drop rates on PS5 to make it even value to play. I got an offer from somewhere but it wouldn't be till the end of Q1. So we're still looking. Wow, DeRozan, sick. Oh, really? See, that's just stupid. Why? I just can't. I can't imagine stuff like that. I mean, it's not. The grind is so stupid now too. Because all I'm doing now is playing. I mean, yeah, I'll do the console runs. I'll do lower Karast repeatedly, and just go for those super chests. Let's try Chushin. No, actually, the players 8 shouldn't. I mean, from everything I've read, it doesn't really matter for players 8 for lower Karast. Yeah, it helps, but I still have almost the same chances. And I mean, maybe not the same chances, but it's still the best team. Hi, Andrew. How you doing, bud? Thanks, Jason. It's still the fastest. It's still the fastest route, especially since I can't players 8 things. Well, just judging by real world experience, I'm pulling nothing almost. Plus, there's no other real drops from cows, from my understanding. And then you take into account the extra time it takes me to go get a works leg, yada yada yada, do all the goodies with it. We're gonna get into invites pretty quick. I'm not interested in this event that much. It's nice to go back and test your skills with your stock balls, but going back in time, it just doesn't really do it for me, you know? Oh, absolutely, Wes. I'm looking forward to Dallas too. I'm just hoping I get some kind of shot or something in my neck so that I'm able to otherwise I'm not going to play. I'm going to play bare minimum amount of games every day just so I can be standing by the end of it. You guys don't know, we streamed for 8 hours on Saturday and I was done for afterwards. Oh my god. We'll get there though. We'll get healthy again. We'll feel good. We'll feel good. All right. So now this is where your judgment has to come into play. How much extra spin? How much extra speed are you getting? What the fuck? Gambling. I think that capture card is crashing. It's doing this a lot. Yeah, I might have to switch that capture card out, but can't do it right now. We'll keep an eye on it though while we're playing here. Oh, you Urban Meyer or Jeff McClellan. Why is that? No. This one's I'm not even sure what brand this is. Actually, this is a Cam Link. Yeah, you know what? I wonder. So it's a. I don't think it's the capture card, right? So that's running. All right. So at first, what we did was we ran the GTX 1050 video card has two outputs. It's got a DVI output, or I mean, it's got a display port on it, and it's got an HDMI. So what we did at first was we ran the HDMI and the display port. One ran to the TV, one ran to a capture card to the PC. Yeah, right. Well, we're playing your own bag, but it's Vincent. It's oh yeah, no. The event this week is stock balls. So with stock ball, you got to play with it's stock balls only. But we were going from the capture card to straight to the PC. So then we found that by doing that, you weren't able to record when the input changed. Sorry, when you rebooted your machine, you couldn't see the startup sequence on the stream. And because of the resolution limits on the capture card that we had, so we went back to it and we did a powered HDMI splitter, and I think it's that HDMI splitter. Yeah, it did it again, didn't it? Gotta try to hold shit out. That ain't good. Okay. All right. I have no idea how that went in. If it freezes up here again in a second, because it was freezing up just sitting at home, sitting on it. If it freezes up again here, what I'll do. Come on. Yeah, I don't know why we don't. But I'm running Cam. I mean, right now I'm running 5 different capture cards, right? So it's a little bit much. It's a little bit much sometimes, but. So when we're doing the streams like this, with the 5 different ones, you don't always go for one. You got to go for some better value than spending the most that we can. All right, we're gonna rip this one in. Hi, Kev. How you doing, sir? All right, we got to make this. Let me take a look at that. It's that splitter. All right, let's see if that did it. I know it's goofy. I got to reset it now. Hammered on a Wednesday. All right, let's go one more. We'll go one more game into the vet. See if we can grab a better than par game. right, now I can go headphones. Pulse game's over. All right, we're getting some music on here. Yeah, just message me. We'll get a switch. I got plenty of shirts. I got plenty of shirts to give out. All right, let's see if we can keep up this time and not have it reset. Yeah, Gary, we'll go through that when we get a chip. We'll start talking it out. Well, we're gonna have a chip here. All right, sounds good. God, this isn't getting on. We're gonna try to go no high T. Well, we got it on. That's what we were doing, is try to play the bounce over. Now let's see if we can make this button off. Whoa. All right, sounds good, Kevin. In the wrong thing. Ah. Well, I'm going to give you more generalities with it, right? So, find your club that you like to chip with. For most people, it's going to be a 5-iron, 5 hybrid, or 6-iron. Something in that range, right? Then, now where my chipping game falls short of what I'd like it to be, I don't pull the ball back straight ever on my chips. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried and I just can't do it. And it's a bad habit I've developed over the years because I didn't have a shot meter to look at. So my suggestion for you is when you're chipping, pick a point. It doesn't matter how high up or how low you go. Just keep doing that pullback to the same point every time. And while you're doing that, work on getting your speeds adjusted based off that same point that you're hitting to. So what I mean is, so for me, I'm all feel, so I'm just looking at it while I'm doing it, and I kind of have a rhythm to all my chips. But most people now, like let's say that's your chipping spot. You can go back to that point every time. And then you can get consistent with your pullback. And with that as well, you're watching after the chip to see what you need to do to adjust your shot meter after you've done it. Now, so me, I see the shot meter now, and I see that I have a little hitch to the right on all my pullbacks on chip. So then I try to correct it, but my forward swing then doesn't feel right because I'm still aiming it because I think all my chips are hooking. So if you can get past that part in your game and learn to pull back straight on those short pullbacks, you're way ahead of the game. Once you have that down, the rest of it is just gaining your speed and aim. I prefer to hit through the brakes most of the time when I'm chipping, and I think most people will agree on that. But there is something to be said for playing the brakes. But and then you can start getting into more advanced things, like on a right 3 chip, instead of aiming to the left to fight a 3 brake, I'm actually cutting it to fight into that brake. And it's straight repetition from there. And I know for me, and I know Kinsler had the same thing, because we used to always talk about this. We had really come up with a theory that all chips hook. And it had nothing to do with where you pulled it back, that it was speed-based. And we were way off base with it, because after the shot meter came out, we started seeing that our pullbacks are off. Now, for me, I can't go back and fix it. It's too late. So I got to just deal with the way it is. Ivan, it's the event this week is stock balls. Yeah, I wish I could do stock balls with a trail, though. That would be nice, because I hate not having a trail. I really hate it. I can't follow the ball at all. All right, so now we're at 108. We're at 300 in. This is where I don't know the distance is perfect. So I'm assuming that this club should be good. Yeah, and there's a newer technique that people started using. And it's one click back and then hammering it. I haven't messed around with it enough, but it's something that honestly, it seems like you can have more repetitive of a swing by doing that. And that's really good in general. And I mean, that's the basic premise, though. So for me, though, by 5 irons my club, and then I want to take the lowest lofted club that will get over an obstacle in front of me. And that could be the 5, it could be the 7, it could be the 9. It just all depends on what I think is getting over what's in front of me. Oh God. Oh, that's a horrible shot. Wow. All right, let's save it. All right, we'll take a break from this. I got a bunch of invites, so we'll start knocking those out. We can get back to me being able to see what I'm doing. I didn't expect to see as many. There's a lot of clean rounds up top. All right, what do we got? Let's go down to it. We got some. We're gonna play through all these ones for today. Change off of darts. And that is something to be cognizant of too, guys, when you're playing this event. When you get done with it, it's giving everybody darts. That's not a good ball to play. I can't figure out why that's doing that. I'll read one. Not a big. How did I get my name? So, Luke, a gentleman by the name of Art Chenebrov from Chicago area. Back in the 4 days when I first started, he gave me that nickname, and it's stuck ever since. And it was I think it was right. He gave it to me right before everybody heard about the Madisau guy, but it's real close. And then it just kind of, I mean, even if I don't want to be that anymore, it's too late. I don't have a choice. I can't change now. Ah. And I honestly think that the doctor is right, that it wasn't anything in my throat. Because the pain that I'm having now, after having the pain that I'm having now, like I would get sporadic pins and needles in the hand, just from every day to days, and I was having it in my toes too. I mean, these last couple days, man, I can't even really grab anything. I put it this way. I had to quit. I had to stop playing PlayStation the other day because I couldn't hold the controller. My hand was so. That's bad. You know, like that's not good at all. All right, 180, 384. I think I'm gonna go at it. We'll go at it like this. It should be there. Well, thank you, Luke. I like to think. No, they found Gary. They did a cervical spine MRI. I'm thinking when it was going through the cancer stuff, they didn't find it in the throat. Then they found these lumps in the throat, but they thought it was some sort of reflex pain, a reflex from or rebound, whatever the word is. And they did a cervical spine MRI and found problems in like the first 5 vertebrae. So or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I'm just waiting until I got to see a neurosurgeon, and then I'll find out more from there. A pinched nerve would be great, and that would probably be very, but I think it's more than that. And they kind of, when they read it to me, they were like, "Oh, we didn't give you these results yet because we really wanted the neurosurgeon to go through this with you." And I was like, "What does that mean?" They're like, "Yeah, it wasn't. Your back doesn't look very good." I get in Friday afternoon. Neil, I thought about Thursday, and then I thought, no, man, this is going to be too long of a weekend. So I'm at the, I believe it's the Holiday Inn down the road. Yeah, you're right, Adam. Dickhead. How's the Porsche fixing up and going? I am at a Holiday Inn, not an Express. I don't think it was an Express. I don't know about you guys, right? And yeah, stouts have made the game easier, but it's way more fun too. I don't. Robert, we're doing as well as could be expected, man. I believe mine's about that time too. I didn't get to fly Delta, but I did find a ooh, fun. God, this might be, guys, it might be a game changer though. I had just honestly thought the pains that I had going were just age. And then the doctors are telling me, no, you should not have those feelings at 42, 43 years old. And I was like, oh, okay, well. Dude, I got a 2-bedroom suite at Holiday Inn for $100 a night. I couldn't really pass it up. Hotel prices weren't that bad though. And then Jason bailed on me, so I ended up had to bite the bullet and getting Richard King as my roommate. Thank you. How you doing, sir? Hey guys, I'll be mentioning this every now and then too throughout the streams for the near future. But I know you guys all know what happened with Corley, but there's still the GoFundMe's still out there. I'd love to see us pop that over 10K before it's all said and done. Jason, there's this thing. We've got this thing. It's called the internet, right? And if you go to the pegttour.com website, they have the address of the bar listed right there. You can then copy and paste that. You can copy and paste that into a Google search, or I used hotels.com and pasted it there. And then I found the hotels based off of mileage towards where the bar is. So, I mean, it's a rough one. It took some copy and paste and a couple different searches. But man, I mean, it really helped me out figuring out where the bar was. I think that ship has sailed, Neil. We got to have some accountability for actions, right? And I said, look, dude, I'm going to book this room right now. And if you don't want in, you're not in, that's fine. I'm okay with it, but you're out then. You're out. So I'm not, nope. I was being real nice. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind having him as a roommate. That'd be awesome. But he said no at the last minute, so we'll let it. He's got to deal with his repercussions. He's good. Nothing personal, but yeah, no, absolutely. You can be wishy-washy if you're only depending on if yourself is the only one that you're doing. So he's got to do it on his own now. So he's good. He's got it. All right, we're gonna burn these. We got to go through a lot of these. I'm gonna start. Oh, cool. Did I change my bag on this? Well, there's always time for that. It's always time for that. All right, so we got any guesstimates on when do we think Worlds is happening? I'm thinking it's the week before the Super Bowl. That's my guess, and I'm thinking that we'll get an announcement like Friday and be told how the qualifying is going starting Monday. That's what I think is going to happen. This is just a guess. I purposely haven't asked anything Adam or Kevin. I think that's going to be what happens. Hi, Drew. And Jason, it's nothing but love, but nope, you're on your own now. Well, it is a suite. He could have his own fucking couch, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking that would be the plan, right? I mean, I think that Sean Tickner is trying to do his Super Bowl thing every year. He said he went out there looking at. What are you talking about, dude? It would be 5 a week on home and commercial. So you get 10 a week. You got 3 months after it. That's plenty of time. Oh, yeah, I would think so. I got you. Now that you said that, yeah, I would think so. Well, I don't think you screwed up, but you made a choice, and now you're wavering on that choice. I do that shit all the time too, Jason. Please don't let me. I'm not knocking you for that, but if I keep wavering on something, my friends are eventually going to go, you're on your own. We can't have you go and not go. If I'm correct on the location, which I'm not going to give away, I'm not going to give it away at all, and I don't know if it's finalized yet. I would think it's something like that. I would assume so. Here was my prediction, and I haven't gotten any negatives on this that it's not happening like this. But my prediction was, all right, there was 42 of us roughly that qualified already. I think it's something like that. And they just redo the qualifications, but the 42 of us already have a pass. So it goes from the 80 something that was there to now we have 120 something, which isn't untenable. And really, then you can easily have the home edition be a bigger part of it. Because, I mean, at that point in time, let's just be quite frank. World Championships should really, I mean, obviously for the fanfare part of it, we want as many people as they can humanly get there. No, they haven't confirmed anything yet. Nothing's confirmed, Justin. We're talking purely speculation. And maybe if they see this, they get some ideas too. Who knows? I don't think they need ideas. I think they're getting ready to tell us pretty soon here, though. All right, so we got a lot of choices here. That's not a good choice today. Hello, Gino. Oh wow, dude. Yeah, I'm about to block you. That's blockable offenses right there. It's all or nothing. Need somebody. Oh, somebody. Ah. Is it wrong that I'd much rather have that putt than like get up 3 from 30 feet? I know it's kind of terrible, but I'd rather have that putt. Into nightfall and you're not here. Down and you pull the rug. Okay, so when we're talking about IT sponsored events and IT ran events, not going to be an issue. I'm assuming all courses will be in play. Now, Steve has already said that the Pegget courses, the PGA courses will not be in play at PGT events. I think he'll end up changing that tune after getting to play them, because when you play the new courses, you're going to find that they're very similar to playing Pine Creek. They're very similar to that. The only difference is that Pine Creek is designed for Golden Tee, so the trees are a bit higher. But even then, those trees there are not accounting for high tees and things. So it's going to be like having 3 Pine Creeks with higher pars. So IT events, I'm sure PGA courses will be in there. And I'm guessing they want it just for the fanfare and advertising of it. Now, the other issue why Pegget will have to say that and why they probably have to do it that way is because a lot of these tournaments with the sizes we're getting, they've been having to get use the local machines at bars too. And if the local vendor doesn't have PGA, then you can't spin those other courses. Hi, Cam. Doing great. How about you, man? And really, I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised with these PGA courses. Now, I don't know if it's going to be just 1 year of PGA courses now. There's a lot of little weird things with the pushback of everything that they're going to have to decide. Yeah, I've been playing the events a little bit, Paul. I just know one better. It's not hard to shoot clean. It's just hard to get better for me. I've noticed I do that with stouts a lot with that shot. It doesn't hit the second set of trees, and it goes forever. Ooh. I'm gonna go with the standard here. Oh, God. I'm thinking about the filthiness of all of them, and then I'm like, well, wait a minute, I'm pretty filthy too. But I guess I'd probably marry Carmen Electra, fuck Pam Anderson, and murder Yasmin. That's good. I like those. And honestly, Justin, it could be with it. I thought they would have it set by. If they haven't announced it, it's fun. It's a little bit. Look, my problem with the event has nothing to do with playing stock balls. I can't follow the ball after I hit it without a trail on it. I just can't. I can't do it. Whether it's the resolution of machines now. Oh, that was bad. Well, that's worse. That hit the edge. Yes. But the event isn't. You know what? It's Bonnie Moore. I never liked the course anywhere. I don't understand the fantastical love everybody has with it. I don't like it. I never liked the course. Thought it was pretty boring. I do like the easy tease part of it because that means that we're always having everything drivable, which is nice. Oh. But really my biggest concern is not having a I can't follow it. It just makes it hard to play. Does anybody it's almost like they need to make the ball automatically have a trailer all the time. No. Uh-oh. Nice. That's awesome, dude. I love it. Golden Team memes. That's awesome. Yeah, Iowa. They're not even a good college football team, guys. I mean, watching the Georgia game now, and it's. I gotta say, I mean, I'm gonna be a Georgia fan now for the rest of my life. Is that T-Rav? But yeah, I can't play without the ball trail anymore. Yeah, but now that I'm a Georgia fan, and this isn't fair weather, all right. They didn't look great today, but I'm telling you right now, losing Patrick Williams for 6 months is going to hurt. All right, we're going to break the record here. So let's get some over-under action here. What's the over-under here? What are we thinking? 26 and a half, let's say. If we got any action, I'll take the over for on all of them if we need. I really wish we would have won without Nagy, because then people would have said, "Oh, we can get rid of him." He's the problem, guys. I found it very telling with Justin Fields after an interview 2 games ago. He goes, "I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They're telling me in the headset that I've got 12 men on the field, so I think it's a free play and I get to chuck it up." The problem is 2 weeks in a row, there weren't 12 men on the field when they told us that. Hey, Caesar, how you doing, bud? And if your coaching staff can't even count the number of people on the field and tell your quarterback in the huddle, dude, okay, this is going to sound very. I'd rather have Reich all day. You want to trade coaches, you're not in a good spot. Dude, your team has had so many injuries and things, though, Billy. I'm not even counting them out yet. Careful what you ask for, Billy. I don't think Reich's a bad coach. I mean, personally, I don't think he's doing too bad. I question his usage with Taylor a bit. Other than that, I don't even think Henry being... guys, I don't think Tennessee was that good. Their defense is too suspect. Tannehill is not the answer. He plays fine, but... Ugh. All right, let's play this safe. You're right. Nagy is going to go down as one of the worst coaches of all time. I honestly have never seen... How can we have such ineptitude in offense? It's so bad. And then when he's gone, we look a lot better. But... it could happen. I'm thinking Chris Taylor. I think that's a good fit because he's an all-position type of guy, and he will play right field. I'm very optimistic about our Sox, though, in the near future. That's another interesting one, but I get it, man. Hey, Tony, how you doing? I just don't understand how an all-world talent goes on the wayside. I don't understand how it's this different. Now we're fighting through. Honestly, I think they pay everyone. That's the Dodgers' way. Caesar, we'll talk. Let's talk after this. Hit me on Messenger, or you've got my phone number. Shoot me a text. I figured you were out on your trip already. There we go. I haven't heard anybody else talk about the volume, Tony, so I'm not going to turn it up for just you. I think King's got it dialed in pretty well, actually. It's a new mic, too, so it's a different mic. Oh, shit. Okay. That's starting to do this way too much. It's Fort Worth, yeah. I don't think Luna's even a thought right now to me. You know what? I have no idea. It's going to be such a big field. And here's the thing. It's going to take a bit for anybody. Honestly, this is going to be the hardest tournament for somebody to do well in both ends. When we look at just the sheer number of people that we're going to have in Dallas, I mean, I'm feeling 200 as my guess. That's my thought. Now, it looks lower than that right now, so that's okay. But if we have 200 people, that Player of the Year tournament is not going to get started at any point in time that you're going to be comfortable with how you feel from being all day Sunday till all night Sunday after being all day Saturday. Wow, that's a good prediction. It does. And I love it. It is a hard event. It's going to be a hard one. Well, yeah, it would be, but now Tickner's bringing down 6 machines now, I think, too. So I don't think it's going to be too bad. They're planning for it. But now we've thought that in the past. Okay, so the worst. So going to the finals of Houston, the Houston tournament. This is when it was Houston. If you go, all right. So one year, I think I went to the finals of the Houston tournament. I might have been King of the Hill. And dude, I was so dead drained that there was no way I was performing well. And this is the whole thing though, right? Finding a balance for that kind of thing is really tough for the weekend. A lot of people have gotten their tolerance where, you know, they could go Friday night, Saturday, you deal with your hangover, you're a little bit more mellow, and then you're ready to go Sunday. But even doing that, like, you're still going to be hurting a ton. Oh, come on. Yeah, it should be. What do you mean by sessions? Like, just it could be, it could be less change of players on the machines. But the problem with doing flights becomes in you still have to change machines. No, there's not a real better way to do it. I mean, I guess when you make it flights. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. All right, let's take a look what we got here. There's really not many options on this shot today. I have a 3 hybrid for this shot alone. Yeah, that one was bad, and that place was shit. I tell you what, if the location is as bad as that other place was, this one doesn't sound like it's gonna be. That was still one of my least favorite locations ever. Nashville, Nashville wasn't terrible to me. I got to play with a lot of different people, but Justin, I've kind of tricked myself now. Like, I go and make sure I go in commentary and do commentary. Just because it allows me. I don't know, Art. I actually kind of like that. Ordering food's better for me a lot of the time. I just don't know where they're going to get my money from this weekend. Then I think I might just walk in and hand each bartender $100 and be like, "Okay, I'm not going to drink right now, but here's a tip, just so I don't feel like a douchebag." Yeah, he will, and really, I think that all these locations need to look and learn. Wisconsin does it. Bill and Mike did it in Carolina. The pooling of tips is a huge deal. So it was brutal for you. Mine wasn't too bad. But the good thing is the hotel was right next door. But the pooling of tips makes the service so much better. And that needs to happen. That better happen. Yeah, I wish I could have gotten there. I wish I was there. Yeah, No, he will. He will. And I sat down and talked with that owner for a little bit. I mean, now this was Sunday night late when I had started drinking. So he might not have taken anything I was saying very seriously. But yeah, I mean, I explained to him, I was like, look, there's a couple things. Table's got to get cleaned. I don't want to be tied to one waitress the whole time because it just makes my service suck. If that girl's having a smoke or eating, or it doesn't allow anybody to hustle and make money. You know, Joe. I can't even remember who I qualified with. I really just don't. The only thing I really remember about Nashville is hitting an Invisaleaf against McCook, and I lost my match. I had him in the bag. It can, but generally that splits off and it ends up making up for it in the end. Uh. All right, Puff. That shouldn't be a slow group. It must have had a foursome in front of you guys. But, I mean, guys, the limitation always is machines. I think we're not going to worry about machines too much. I think we're going to be okay machine-wise. As long as there's no issues. Well. Yeah, that doesn't help. Oh, I murdered that. Whoops. Gotta grab water. I don't know. I was happy with Nashville for the fact that I really had got time to play with a bunch of people I never get to play with. And that was awesome. That made me feel good about Nashville. And then part of that is not drinking was allowed me to do a lot more stuff that I really, really want to do. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Okay, why does this rough drop my distance so much? I never noticed that before. At the cab at LAX. Land of fame excess. Are we gonna fit in for the first time? Oh yeah, baby. All right, this song's definitely a guilty pleasure of mine. And a Jesus song was on. My hand. honestly, guys, there's not much better they're gonna do. I mean, you got to give them credit. That's a lot of people to handle at these events, so I don't see much changing. I mean, they're good at what they do, guys. They're really good at running these events. They're really good at getting the machines there. They're really good at getting everything set up. Hi, Sean. How you been, bud? Memo. Kind of homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous. The Britney song was on. And the Britney song was on. So I put my hands up, playing my song. That's what's up. That is what is up right there. It's a party in the USA. Oh, wow, a drivable set here. All right. We're going to just murder boner this one. It's going to be a little long and right, but we're fine with it. Okay. I thought that would go long. Oh, absolutely. Ah. Ah. All right. So, low T, 10.5 driver. This is going to be the shot 90% of the time here. And we'll take the smooth 30. That's a smooth 30. We're okay with it. Smooth. All right, so I think I'm right. It's not the capture card. It's the powered splitter. I just changed the power cord on it, and that's. We've got to look here. Yeah, I will connect with you. Okay, good. Caesar, I sent you my number, that message. Just message me back. Oh. What is he talking about? He said great game, good win. And Josh shot at 26. And 26 on this course is actually pretty solid, bro. They could be. They very well could be. I think we're going to have a surprise bad team. And I don't want to see it, but I don't see that teams like the Orioles aren't getting much better, and they're going into a very hard division. I mean, Cleveland's going to be pretty terrible unless the pitching staff comes back. I don't see the Royals getting much better. Uh-oh. Sorry, Josh. The moisture is getting better. We're getting more moist. Did we just get all of them? Nope. Ah. You gotta love that set. I don't know. You can never say the Rays are going to be a bad team, even when they don't have the players. Like, somehow they manage to be incredible. Always. I don't get it. It's impressive to watch. I love it. I respect that team probably more than any other team in professional sport. I mean, I've never seen a team dump players at the trade deadline when they're in contention. Yeah, the Royals might end up being okay because I think that the American League Central is bad, besides for the White Sox. I never understood how people thought the Twins were going to be good this year. I never saw it. I was like, what? Their pitching staff is atrocious. And the Rays always play pretty competitively in the Central, so that. Yeah, I could see it being. Yeah, okay, Miami very well could be the worst team in baseball. I was trying to think of the team, and I just couldn't figure it out. They're pretty bad. Now, I do like some of their youth. Jazz Chisholm's a player, man. And it's just a cool name. As I broke me her. Ah, shit. I'm not in a good spot. This isn't going to be a good shot. I'm in trouble, actually. All right. Oh, God, it got. I didn't want to hit the hill. Hey, Austin, how you doing, bud? Please. No. With what? How are they going to get better than what they were this year? Oh, come on. I want a smooth 2 better right now. Let's see if we can make this a spiky 3 better. That's a good one. I couldn't have been happier, man. That was a hell of a game. I'm excited for all of our contingent in Georgia, man. It's a great feeling to see. How the fuck did that go that far with a low T into a 15? And now, you may have asked why I decided to roll that chip. I had a ton of green to work with, and I had to hit the G wedge, right? So, in order to have the lowest lofted club to get over the obstacle, the G wedge was the one that was getting over. The 9, I thought about maybe the backspin could get over, but I don't like chipping with backspin at all because it makes the break get higher. And when I say that, it means as it's slowing it down, it makes it turn more than you're used to. Not at all, Eric. But so when I chip that with roll, that right 5, down 5 goes to a down 5, right 3 to me. And I can basically just aim to the left of the pin. Just a little left of the pin. That's all I'm doing there. Hey, Mike. I whiffed the ball. I'm in trouble. Stop. Get in the fairway then. Stop. Oh, God, that's horrible. Wow, that's how you blow a good round. All right, give ourselves a chip back. That's fine. Ooh, no, we didn't. Oh, a real. I thought you were talking like WWF stuff. I stopped down a couple times. Oh, that's awesome, Eric. The only wrestling I've been paying attention to lately, though, is to watch our friend Lee Miracle's daughter doing the Olympic stuff. It's kind of cool. It was really nice meeting him finally, too, in Nashville. And I still, what I'm saying by following it, it's just following his posts on social media is all I'm doing. I don't watch it at all. Wow, that shouldn't have backed up. Fuck. Yeah, and the thunder. All right, big outwind. All we want to do is catch green on a fly. It'll turn back around. That's good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And masses, who do you think you are? I didn't want to catch the hill, but all right, we're putting. We're putting. Can we make it? Let's get it. Yeah. All right, we'll take the 28. We're gonna run on that one. Giddy up. That should get the win. Feel the thunder. I'm really hope I need something injected in me. That's all. Ah, little Dodge City. Here we go. There's a couple spots I'm like down 6s from like the 90-foot range or more. I'll pull them back sideways if they're uphill. No. Down 8s, or when I get a combined down 8. So if it's like a right 6, down 7, or down 6, that can actually, when it's coming to it, it's down 8. So down 8s are my limit pretty much. And I haven't had a rollover except for 18 of Coconut Beach rolled over on me from 104 feet. That was also a down 8 putt. I should have seed putted it. But if you look, I mean, like I definitely plotted off all these distances and the speed that you're getting on the putters. And really, the only time on a flat putt you should be needing to seed putt would be at like the 120-foot range. But the way I look at those is those are crapshoots anyway. So get them at the hole. If it goes in, it goes in. Wow, that bounced pretty. And I tell you what, Travis, on those putts from when you have those like down 8 right or down 6 right 6s, the seed pullback made them a lot harder to make. I found them to be not as consistent. Without doing it, those putts are gravy. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Diggity doors and diggity doors. And cross the dogs. Down, booty up. Wait me like a what? Thinks you won't, but I bet you will. Purely distance. Downhill, purely distance. That's really it. I mean, it's really the downhill. God damn it. Thank you. I'll get another capture card in there, Gomez. Mike, it's exactly the kind of trades that I make this time of year. I look at the bottom of the league because this is the last point. Like, these people need to win now, and you need to have viable starters in. I love it. You got the two best. Wait, no, dude. What? Oh, Khalil Herbert. I thought that was Justin Herbert. I don't know. Honestly, I have Chubb ranked higher than Kamara right now. And which Wilson? Which Wilson, Mike? Yes, Tracy, they did. They sure did, bud. But which Wilson, though? Is that Russell Wilson? Is it Jeff Wilson Jr.? I need to know who your other quarterback is. But honestly, I don't. Okay, in that one, Tyler Boyd's the third man out in Cincinnati, right? He's not. I can't even start him. It's T. Higgins and it's Chase. Okay, cool. Madison is nothing. That's a throw-in. I mean, yeah, Dalvin can miss games, but you can't. I can't play him until he's out, so I'm banking on that. Right. So I don't know how that's a veto. I think that you're not getting his. You're going based off of by where they were drafted, yeah, but otherwise, Kamara and Chubb a wash. The rest, it's a nothing trade. This doesn't help either one of you in my mind, unless your quarterback's that terrible. Well, I will tell you this right now. I wouldn't even let that one get to a vote. That's not an illegitimate trade. And honestly, I don't like that for the better team, to be honest with you. I'd rather have, and depending on who my quarterback is, but if you're in position right now, you probably have a decent quarterback. So who you running with is your quarterback. I personally, Mike, I would hope they veto it for you. Cousins is fine, dude. I don't know. Look, I don't trust Kamara the rest of the year. Now Michael Thomas isn't coming back, which that's a little crazy. I thought for sure. So no cousin, and no real quarterback. Are they going to go with Simeon? No, they're going to go with Taysom Hill. It's not a real quarterback. I don't know what that does to his value. And what we're finding now is that running quarterbacks don't check down to the receivers a lot. They just don't. They prefer to run in those scenarios. No, he's not coming back. I hate to say it. I'd rather see you keep starting Chubb. It's starting Chubb. Herbert goes to your bench. Boyd goes to your bench. Honestly, that trade doesn't really mean anything to me. That trade doesn't do anything. Either way, it doesn't help him at all, because Herbert's going to be pushed to the background here in a minute once Montgomery comes back, and it's still a Bears player. But I'd rather have Chubb than Kamara. I can't imagine. But once again, now he has two not viable pieces. That's the problem with when you have a guy go out for 6 weeks and somebody else comes in and plays well. You can't take him. You got to keep letting him carry the ball some. So now you got two guys that are splitting carries that you can't play either one of them, half of a Bears running back is not a fantasy commodity. That capture card is fucking up. Maybe it's not the capture card. I don't know. All right, it's gonna freeze for a second here. I'm gonna try something. That that is a viable part to it, but I still got to think I'd rather have the Kamara. I'd rather have Kamara. I mean, Chubb than Kamara. Kamara, look, he doesn't get enough carries to actually be. I mean, what is he? He's never had over 180 carries in a season, I think was the number. So he's not a bell cow running back. Oh, that's awesome, Tracy. Ooh. All right, so this is that one really bad T-ball. You're getting 20. All right, so now, Tracy, I can't. The problem with auctioning off, we'll have to talk after this. I don't want to be a part of auctioning off something that's not officially licensed. I know it probably won't be any problems, but it can be. I mean, somebody can easily come in after and shut you down. Because now they're saying we're using the naming rights on something of theirs. Yep, exactly. And this is how it works with the streaming stuff. Like, we had 3 off of the stream we did for Corley's. I had 3 copyright violations, they said, and Richard fought them all, and they got dropped. All of them did, like, instantly, because people will just come in and claim copyright on your shit and try to take it. If you don't know what you're doing, they will. I hate to apologize. All right, we got to make this. Shit. I needed points in these. Oh, so you did you talk to Justin already? Justin's going to be putting in some work. Wow, way to overhit it. With the fire red, now it's turning blue. it's nice waiting to play a lot of these invites till they're almost about to expire because I know right when I play them, they're going to finish. And there we go. Oh. All right, we're going to put that CJ2430 down. Well, the great thing is, I mean, I can't say they're even. I can't believe they're both available, Sky Monkey. But either one, and you gotta get. Honestly, I would pick them both up and drop somebody else. You gotta have somebody on your bench, unless you're running a 10-man league. There's got to be somebody on your bench that you can drop over those. But both of those guys can be in starting lineups. They're definitely flex appeal. Oh. All right, didn't freeze with a hammer there. Maybe. Oh, it's a 10-man. I'd probably go with J.D. McKissick because at any given time, Antonio Gibson's busted up shin could give out completely, and then you got the number one on a team. As much as we love what he, I'd probably go with McKissick there. It's a full PPR, I'm guessing, right? But I mean, I think Tony Pollard's averaging the third most yards after contact in the league right now. Now he's second because Derrick Henry going out. You got to go with McKissick in that one. You got to go with McKissick there. That's my opinion. Oh, quarter point per carry. And a head. Okay, you're out of my depth there, man. Yeah, we're getting there. It's getting there. They're going. And then I hit a terrible shot. I hate that hole. Oh, I thought that was point per carry. Right between us. All right, so this is too long, but I'd rather be too long than too short. Jesus. Mark, I am kind of killing it right now. Oh, is this going into? I can't fight this. Yeah. Wow, that was not the right shot. Oh, come on! Oh, maybe I know you're the one. That hurts. Shit. All right, my worst hole. Nice enough. You gotta call Cardi. Come on, beat it up like a Harley. Then they gotta give me the worst setup here. Yeah. There it is. God, that chip is going to piss me off if I missed it. But we're still 20 through 10 bombs. Why couldn't they give me a shorter par 3 here? All right, let's get another hole out to get back on this. This better than this 2 for every hole. Get on that 36 pace. There it is. We're gonna jar this. Let's get it. Got this feeling. Oh. When I'm in my zone. All right, it's uphill. Shit. Ooh. And everything goes. Yeah. You sent me an Instagram one, and I responded with my phone number. If you pull the club back and it doesn't move, so hit the options button and just pound on it a little bit. I'll bet it starts moving. Yeah, one of the red boards is going bad. Something magic. Oh. So pause it and just go like this. It'll start working again. When I'm in my zone. All right, hold out time. Hold out time. No, we're not even going to try to hold it out. That was very safe. I'll take the save. Under the night. Okay, that was pretty dirty. We're going to hold on to that. God, imagine if I don't miss the easy setup on the double eagle hole. My God. No, copper tape won't do that at all. All right, I'm gonna reiterate this one more time, guys. The copper tape is a fine-tuning thing. It generally does not have enough copper tape to make that roller stop moving. So really what you'll notice, and I notice it mostly with the copper tape on pullbacks, it is not dropping miles per hour very much at all. It really not doing much of anything to it. We'll take the smooth 33. That was a 34 if I make that. That's a good one. We'll take that. That's a new worldwide record, everyone. Just one game. Hey, maybe taking a break from playing has been a good thing. I know somebody did ask, but I do have an interview on Friday. Back with GoDaddy again. So high. Great. My handicap is fucked now. All right, back at it. Let's keep going. And I hate ceramic bearings do nothing, man. And in fact, what I found, the better the bearings. So once you get past like an ABEC 3 rated bearing, you're really not doing yourself any help at all. I mean, technically, I think that the bearings that come in the track ball aren't even an ABEC 3 rated. So, and when you get into ceramics, you're getting 5s or 7s out of it. Am I the man? I could be. If you're talking about the song. Are you giving me the Taylor Swift song, or are you talking about the Aloe Black song? Oh, I'm never gonna give it up. Oh. Isn't it Dan the Man? I gotcha. But so when we're looking at the bearings, I mean, the only thing that the I've heard good things about the ceramic bearings is because it's super quiet. But the quiet of the bearings isn't what I think makes the noise. The ball on the rollers is what makes the noise in my mind. So I don't know. I think that you're going way too much. And ceramic bearings, I want to say you're paying like $50 a piece for them, aren't you? It's one of those unnecessary things. Somebody was asking me the other day on what upgrades they could do to their machines, right? And I mean, I'm looking at his hardware and his equipment. Oh, but there are people that have done it. Yeah, But and somebody was asking me about upgrades on the machine, right? So when we're looking at it, it's the IMBM B75 is going to be the best motherboard that ITE uses for their shit. Now, if you don't have that, is it an upgrade to get the other ones? Yes. Does it do anything? No. You won't notice it. There's a grid chart, and I'll have to find it, and I'll put it on the Word of Mouth Facebook page. But it's a grid chart showing you what graphics you're missing based off of what combo of hardware that you're running. And really, if you're running that motherboard or a comparable one, and you're running the 750 Ti or the 1050, it's the GTX 1050. Those two they're equals. There's no difference. If you're running the 750 Ti, yeah, is that another older video card? Yes, absolutely. Does it run everything that IT's putting out? Absolutely. It gives you everything that the other one does. Then you're thinking, well, what about speed? Now, no much difference in speed. Well, what if I upgrade from the 1 gigabyte of RAM that we're using on the machine? Guess what? You're running a 32-bit system. Upgrading from 1 to 4, I did it on mine because 4 gig of RAM was like $10. So why not? I don't even think the game's using it. I don't think it's hitting those sectors of the memory based off of what Richard would be able to give you a more technical definition, but I don't think it's being used. So, I mean, there's really not much to upgrade. There's just some things if you're looking at if you're buying a used machine that I'd want to know about what you're paying for. Like, I don't care if you buy a used machine that's not up to date and it's got older shit, then just pay for what you're getting. I don't want to see another player out there buy a machine that the vendor just put the green top on it and left their hardware that's running from a 4 machine that was converted to live, because that will run like shit and you will notice it. Like, you'll feel like you're having seizures. Hi, Gavin. Gavin, I think I might have already blown my load. ready to get down this sick beat. Yeah, I think I blew it all. I blew those nuts all over it. The fella over there with the hella good hair. Come on over, babe. Gavin, are you going to Dallas? Yeah, that one does. And here's the other one that I did. Now, if you look, right? All right, so all of the machines come with a strip of foam rubber up here. Like, so, but it was a thin piece. So what I did was I bought a thicker piece. And that thicker piece, if you notice, go to every machine that you play on, and when you go like this and move it up and down, the deck moves a little bit from where the machine sits and the housing sits with the lock. Yeah, it is, but I mean, really, when we're not putting it out, if you're not using it, what I found though is TVs with a good upscaler helps out the best. High refresh rates and something that's a good 4K TV will naturally display that the 720 or 1080p in a higher resolution. Hey, you build the wall. But that extra piece of foam rubber stops the rattle from my deck, and that helps out a lot. And then my trackball rolls real smooth, but I like to get, my hands end up getting pretty dry after playing a long session. So I'll hear that, and you probably hear it when I'm playing right now. But I get like, it sounds a little gravelly on it. The ball doesn't feel like that at all, but it's because my hands are pretty dry. And it's because I want to have a really dry track. Well, I'd be hoping to see him, Gavin. Oh, wow. I didn't expect that to carry that far. So the key to doing that shot that I just did is you have to hit it right a little bit when you're coming through. Like you're aiming at the trees. So it's troubleshooting shortcuts, hardware, software. You got to drill down. It's a ways in there. I'll pull it up right after this game. I don't remember it by heart every time. But when you go down below the 750, the 640, you're missing parts of animations, and you can be missing certain things in the fairways and things too. So many faces. All right, so we'll take a look at that right now. Right now. Oh God, yeah, dude. Tracy in a drunken youthful night, me and another guy, Steve Miller. Yeah, so we're going to I didn't go to troubleshooting. It's troubleshooting, system tests, hardware tests. I know this doesn't make sense. Hardware, software, system info. So if you look here, right, everything, motherboard's top one, the memory, I think I actually am running 2 4-gigabyte sims in there, and it only even reads 3584, which, okay, so it's not using that. And then my hard drive, I put a 500 gigabyte SSD in. Otherwise, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll say that too. And those rivets don't say. My Nighthawk version doesn't matter. Not even going to try it right now, Tracy. My hand hurt. Yeah, that graphics card's going to be the standard. So there's really nothing there is nothing you'll need to do to that machine except buy a PGA and get rid of that one. That's it. You're so classic. All right. Did I get around that? No, we're not going to fuck with it. You up in a Cadillac like a gentleman. Wow, I'm manning up on things. Marvin Gaye like Hathaway. Songs do like this. Yeah, I couldn't remember if that was the distance that I hit no high tee or not. But I got lucky, and we got the eagle, so we're good. Now, and it's going to be nice that everything's going to be standardized for at least a few years once we get PGA. And honestly, I don't think there's going to be the hardware that they're using. There's not going to be any need to upgrade it for quite some time. So, really, we're going to have all standard machines again, which is that's what I think I'm looking forward to most with PGA releasing, is that everybody's going to be playing on the same equipment, not bullshit. Oh, I am just my distance off. I have the chipping going well, yes. All right, I think this is an ace. I think we're acing this. Damn it, damn it, damn it. If I remember correctly, they're going to the GTX 1660. Now, we might run into a problem getting, and actually they probably are, because that one's actually a good mining card. Now, mind you, I don't know enough about mining and things, which cards are best for, but I'm pretty sure that one's up there. Oh, God, I'm right on these holes right now. Gomez, you are right. The moisture is flowing tonight. By a flash of light. That's the night. All right, let's see. I mean, we can get this up there for a chip today. Oh, So all right, we got rain now. This makes this shot a lot more challenging. I need to have one that bends enough here to get all the way left, because that would have, it stops pretty quick. So if I hit the 8.5 there, I might have plugged myself in between. Now it helps on this hole though. Actually, that's not a good look. Word of silence. Look at how fast that thing dies. It's so crazy, man. The rain is so different. Okay. Well, so let's do the math, right? 351 is my carry distance on a level shot straight with the 10.5. We got a little bit of an outwind. This is going to be close, but I think this gets there. And really, now the rain, we don't even have to worry about it all, because it doesn't affect your carry distance one bit. It affects how it lands. It goes after it lands. And I missed that directionally. That was all me. But back to that graphics card there, you can't even put a bigger one. You can't put one of the other ones in there. It won't even recognize it. Linux is really driver-based. So if you don't have drivers for it, unless you're smart enough to know how to install these all yourself and to change it around, which I don't even think is possible, I think that the CID and the IO board make some sort of matching with, it has to match with certain equipment. I'm not 100% on that. That didn't go in? Wow. When the man would sing. All right, here's the hole out. This has got our chance written all over it. Wow, I had laid off of that. I pulled that back to hit it, and I just didn't hit it. It will take me back to when I was young. Not a good effort. Oh, that. I don't understand how that possibly go high side. Yeah, you could. There's enough fans in there right now. And then once you, especially once I dropped down, once I got rid of the mechanical hard drive and put an SSD in, you got no heat issues at all. I mean, really, your best thing you can do is make sure you clean that shit out. A dirty filter and dirty fans, that'll kill you. Then also redoing the thermal paste underneath the processor is a big thing too, that a lot of people never touch, but it's very useful to do. Yeah, but really, I mean, that's probably the biggest upgrade that most people don't have that you can do, is putting in an SSD. And even that, it's really just boot up time. I've said it for a long time, but that is the untouched marketplace. I mean, let's be honest. If they made Home Edition have the same exact features as the bar game, they would sell 3 times the amount of machines. I don't understand why they haven't gone there yet. The vendor model is kind of past the it's kind of past the prime of it. Trust me, they know that. They already know that too. Just hearing different old school vendors come into the office while I'm testing that new machine out, and hearing some of the shit that came out of their mouths, I was like, dude, no wonder you guys aren't making money anymore on your route. You do nothing for it. You're hesitant to put any money in to make it better. It's just the downhill, Robert. It's just the downhill and distance. It's because to get the ball to go a certain speed in Golden Tee, it has to hit. Wow, one and this aren't there. So it's a ratio of the power of the ball and the distance that it's traveling with the height. It's so meaning it will be really hard for you to get a 10-foot putt to go in the air, but it's really easy to make a 40-foot putt or a 60-foot putt, and it gets easier to make it go in the air as you go up in distance. And it's just because the distance, the power that you can hit a putt is purely based on it's a relationship to distance in Golden Tee, and I've kind of proved it out lately that it's 100% linear up until you get to the 120-foot range. But yet still, if you have to hit it hard enough to get 100 feet, that means that the initial part of it has to be hit harder. So if you have any downhill on that, the ball will actually travel forward first and then down. It's kind of physics. Okay, it's not kind of physics, it's 100% physics. It's why when I say you can putt from anywhere on the course, if it's downhill, you have less than 30% distance or 10% or 20% distance of an obstacle to clear, and you're over 25 yards. Those 3 things tell me right away whether I can putt something or not. Because anything downhill at that distance actually travels in the air for a bit of time. It would never work on an uphill because it won't get through the surface that you're hitting through. Same theory is what you're talking about. Oh. Yeah, Tracy, I kind of agree. I think it is too. And I don't think it's necessarily because of the Golden Tee aspect of it. I think it's the cross promoting that they're going to be able to do. And if you talk to the same people that I have, Tracy, that the PGA is as hard into this as we are into them. Like they want us just as bad as we want to be a part of them. So I got the feeling that it's going to be big. I do too. It's the main reason why I haven't stopped streaming, because I really feel like that when we get PGA going and we start getting these cross promotional things and we start having weekly events that are an event in a month that is lined up with on a course that the pros are playing with, and we're playing a 4-day Thursday to Sunday event, just like we're in the tournament. Those kind of game modes, I think, are going to blow up. Then the overseas part, I think, is going to get big again, too. It's a new day coming. Oh, my God. It's so weird when you look over and you look at the TV and somebody you know is like calling a game or something like that. Ooh. Craig, I'll be quite frank, probably not. I don't know, man. I love a part of the reason I haven't given up Golden Tee ever yet is because for me the live events make it all worth it, right? And watching the live events for it was watching paint dry for mobile, man. Plus, I don't want another thing that keeps me on a device. I like what they're doing with the game, though, but just... Oh, my... Yeah. Oh, God. And the hardware that they're using, I mean, it's there. It's a little disappointing that they're not developing anything in the API. And having it set up for streaming straight from the machine, like building in a capture card, building in like do what your PlayStation does and things like that. But I get it. The manpower that they have there is just not enough to be doing great big things like that. I mean, I'm of the impression that I wish they redesigned the whole game. But it was a pipe dream to even think. But I wish they would when the new shit was coming out. Because the thing that I didn't think about right away is that if you make a whole new machine and redesign the whole game, part of the benefit of having all these machines out in the field is that you get to people can play for prizes, and with what they did with being a direct port over, those other machines, they're still viable. Like, you're still going to have those guys be able to play for prizes. But if you were to redesign the entire game, those would have to be separate entities. And especially with shipping delays and supply chain issues, I don't think that when it released, they would have been able to put enough machines out to have enough games closing contests. It would have been like a gigantic beta for the first year. So as much as it may pain me to say, like, I wish that all this stuff, they could have fixed they really could. I mean, the decision making's been on point with everything. Even though it did it again, it fucking changed my club. That's starting to get ridiculous. It's doing this all the time now. It probably means I have a bad button somewhere. It's my guess. That it just did it on its own there too. Ball isn't moving at all. The Grover one too, though. But it's funny though. Like now it's to the point. It's not happened. It's happened a couple times. I need to be cognizant of it, right? And Clint said it happened. It happens to him quite a bit too. So now it's to the point where anything that happens after it now is my fault. It's like when you're playing and somebody tells you the start button's fucked up, and I know that going in, and I still fuck it up. But sometimes, like, there's time. If I'm going to thumb a ball, I can't correct that if it changes right when I'm about to hit it. Ah. All right, 363. This hole is so hard to get your distance right. I kind of look at it like the one on Tropical that's got the island par 4 that you can get to, or even 18 of Monty. But on 18 of Monty, though, the distances are never that dramatic. That one can be 280, can be 380. I quietly read politely. Held me down, I got up. And this is different too, because it used to be, I don't know what a Bob Menery style machine is. Hey Travis, how you doing? Oh, god damn it, guys. Hey guys, thank you. I'm still in awe of all of you every time. I never want to make the stream about just fucking asking for money all the time. But every time I have, you guys have gone way above and beyond, man. And I know I appreciate it. I know Corley's family. I know Austin. I know Chanda are really appreciate it too. But Jesus Christ, man, you guys are more power to you. I love y'all. Yeah, there's just you guys just threw a couple people right at it right now, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy you guys did. Thank you very much. I think this was a little bit different. But I'm also one that, like, I want to find meaning in something, somebody's death when they pass. Like, find something some way that it will make me a better person, kind of thing. And I know it's weird. Those who've known me for years, you're like, bullshit. But I mean, it's kind of where my headspace has been lately. Like, I'd rather be that way. Like, my head is just. I find my life to be better when other people around me are better. So I guess that's it. Okay, I gotcha. So in this one, I know him, Paul, and we were talking about it on the stream when Corley, Paul, and I were when they were talking about their height, and we were talking about how their body types are very similar too. I'm not saying that had anything to do with anyone's passing. But I look at that and go, well, fuck, man. I'm about his age. I'm not in the best shape of my life. I need to use that as a motivation to get into better shape and be better off. And I hope that, and I'd love to see it for Paul too, because Paul felt that same way. And that's what I want to take something like that out of this. Is a man. Okay, that should have come off the hill, not stuck to it. Yet I stand in California with my toes in the sand. But every time I go look at this GoFundMe, there's another couple $100 from GoldenTeeTV guys, and it floors me. Oh no, I'm not talking, Chris. I'm talking about. Okay, so now what motivated me to start losing a couple pounds? I look back. I was looking at some shit from back when I first streamed, where I was almost 280, and like I feel like I look disgusting. Even today in the outfit I'm wearing, something's with the camera that I feel like I look like shit right now. But I'm down to 240 from 280 in 3 months, so that I'm. Wow, that's hard. That was horse shit. All right, I'm gonna lose that now. Ah, love the days. Yeah, it's hot star. Everyone. Now, Chris, are you coming to? You're going to Dallas, right? Coming down one love, 2 miles. Yeah, yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to play this. Shit. All right, let's see if we can get this on. I caught a pretty clean 180. Is that going to bounce high enough? Yeah, when I have to try to start getting it, I knew that wasn't getting there. I don't know why I even tried to. That wasn't going to go. I would have had a better chance putting that. Whoa. Whoa. Holy shit. Oh, I'm feeling pretty good for 2.5 hours. Not bad. Oh. Gotta fix this hole. It's still shit like this that irks me though. Like, they haven't fixed that. And that's been offset since the course. Oh shit. Yay! We regained the moisture. Hey, Cole, how you doing? Shit. All right, this isn't going to get on, no matter what I do. We'll try to hit a C3. It ain't getting on. I'm probably going to be in the bunker. Oh, God. We got a new man to the group. Oh, wow. All right, when I thought I was going to be in the bunker, I didn't think it was going to stick like that to the wall. High hopes. My high hopes were living. Yeah, Cole, don't hesitate to message me and reach out on Facebook if you got any questions with setup or anything. Obviously, make a post first, but I'm here to help if you need me. I got nothing to do tomorrow. Victory every day, wanted everything. I try to make sure to jump in every time. Oh, well, Kim, we got to see, because it might be a longer trip than any of us really imagined. I think some of us are going to be in Vegas for at least 2 weekends in a row. Oh, good man. Okay. Stay up on that ride. Stay up on that ride. Stay up on that ride. Never come down. Well, and actually, we got we got another machine out there that from Andrew Russell's. I told him part of the thing about me getting him that machine was that we're gonna have to steal it for a couple days one time when we come out, and he's like, absolutely. I gotta be that one in a million. And I do have to say, looking at that picture on the GoFundMe, I love seeing Jeremiah's fucking "Don't drain my balls, not my soul" shirt next to him on a GoFundMe. I think that's hilarious. Not there either. Hey, home back. Go ride. Yeah, Cole, if you're semi-tech savvy, dude, you're good. There is not much you need to do. Just know if you start off getting an error code 12, it probably means that your subscription's not active yet. But error code 12 means subscription's inactive or you're in no internet. That's it. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing, sir? All right, we're going to go with no high T and backspin on a 10.5. We're going to murder boner it. I've never been in the spunker. I crushed that. All right, we're going to low T release. Here we go. Low T release, jar. Oh, gave it 2 shots. I love it, Jason. I love it. That's fine. Send me all those questions you got, man. That's awesome. It means that, oh, wow, you got to pay attention. Hit the ball. That one I lay off of, and I needed to hit. All right, we're going to make the chip and save this. Caught the edge. I really suck at that course, man. I'm just not consistent on it. All right, let's get this last. We got 2 one-dayers left. So we'll get the 2 one-dayers out of the way right now. All right, we're going to break the record. We're going to go 27 here. Actually, let's just get a 30 on this course. Now, can't make one with the chusher chip or drive it. So, we're going to get it to about backspin G-wedge territory. Distances are off. Be better on my own. Blowing up my phone. Yeah, 4 iron, not a chance. We got to release this in the rain, but this is going to not be my best shot. Release almost slows it down faster. All right, so from the ground, with a 43, I would give yourself about 6 inches from the top edge of the deck, which is actually look on the just look at the back. There's going to be an orange sheet on the back of the machine, and that height is actually pretty much right. So rather than doing that, see, I went with a 43 is fine because you can keep the machine a lot closer. I have 4 feet between me and the deck and my screen on a 55. But I was trying to read it there, but it's got all the numbers there. It's got the numbers for you right there. I would give yourself, though, about 3 to 5 inches from this edge, this top edge of the deck, between the bottom edge of the TV on that same on a similar plane. Otherwise, you're looking down too much. Now, you can adjust it based off your height, too. The bigger problem for everyone is when you put the TV too high up. Luckily with mine, we got it right the first time because I wall mounted this one that I'm playing on right now into a concrete wall. So that fucker ain't moving, dude. If I needed to adjust it, it would have been tough shit. Yeah, we had one. And it wasn't even me. Jeremiah had the tools to do it into the concrete. So I basically just held things. It actually turned out to be a very good height. And then I built like a brace between the wall and out to the machine. So my machine tips like this very easily, but it won't move. It stays in the same spot. And if you're doing the wall mount, I suggest for 40 some inches, 42, I'd suggest getting some studs. Like I went with 4x4s and just I cut them both at 4 feet. That's for a 55-inch for me. I like this distance that I'm away from it. On a 40-inch, you could probably bring it in a foot closer, so you could get like 3 feet. But because what you're going to find is that base, it will move around on you. Even if it's on something, it will move around. It's really been a good life. Yeah, and then it keeps it, and I don't even care about it being stable, but I don't want to line it up, everything lined up, dead center, and then have me hit a shot, and I cocked it a little bit. So then when I go up to thumb, I think it's lined up, and I'm pushing it directionally. And the way I play, if you notice, when I'm hitting, I put my right hip right into the pad on here, right? So I use that to get my torque to hit the ball hard. And if I didn't have that there, I would be jamming this fucking thing. I'd be throwing the... I mean, even at Worlds with the stands, it was on slick flooring. Dude, I would hit a ball and move the machine 10 feet. For the past few years or so, Paris, China, Colorado. Times is bullshit, but don't look now. Tell me what they're complaining about. No, need an hour. This hole is drivable, by the way. Even with stouts, you can get it on. Oh, I thought sure that was it. Oh wait, you'll see a link. Somebody will put a link up, but I get them from SuzoHap.com, and I think it's Suzo-Hap. It's it's na.suzohap.com, but the full price, just Google Suzo-Hap. That's the company that makes them. I buy them directly from there. You can always find better deals out there. Yeah, you got to go with the Hap. Why? I mean, I don't even think Imperial Stetson makes them anymore. There were some really good things about that Imperial ball. Like the flywheels that go through the optic reader were made of metal. So they never cracked, they never bent. They never like broke on you. I've had it multiple times where I'm cleaning a ball and I let the roller slide off and onto the floor and that plastic piece breaks. But yeah, the standard is, everybody's using Suzo-Hap balls. I would wait though, because you're gonna want to change that ball right away. But when you change it with a ball after you just get the machine, it's gonna feel exactly the same. It's not the balls all have to break in. Plus, you get there is stuff from the packaging and from sitting in the warehouse that's gonna be in there. Play through it is my recommendation there. I'm telling you right now, brand new trackballs suck. They're not as fine tuned. You're not as. That's really it. Until you get a groove, everything speed wise should be fine. you should be able to hit it. Like I've done some testing on here where I pulled them out of the box. Don't worry about the copper tape until you'll feel something grabbing when you're pulling back. It's not going to be happening right away. And the main reason why the copper tape became a problem was because they were over lubricating everything, right? So the lubrication was getting caught up, coming off, breaking down the bond of the copper tape and the plastic. And then it would just come off. The copper tape is not nearly as big of a deal as anybody thinks. People seem to think like, oh, the copper tape, that's making you go from maxing out at 142 to maxing out at 110. Absolutely not. In-fucking correct. Your ball is not slowing down that much from the copper tape. It's just not. You just can't. But you'll feel it for sure. But you won't be able to tell if it's that right away. Like, it's not going to be that right away, to be quite frank. All right. I don't like this setup. Not happy about this, but we're going to hit this. All right, we got one more game after this, and then I'm gonna call it a night. It's good to be back. Leave it on. Honestly, leaving it on. If you're going away, I mean, it doesn't use up much power at all. So basically, if I showed you everything in here, I even leave these LED lights on the whole time. They're almost no power, which is crazy. It's not affecting it at all. But I leave it on just because I don't want to wait for the time to boot up. But if I'm going out of town or something like that, I'll shut it off then. And then if I notice things like staggering, you'll see some of your replay, like when it's doing splash screens, you'll see like the replays are kind of choppy. If it's doing that, I'll get a reboot in. I don't think it really matters. I think it's a problem with frame rate on that, not anything to do with memory. But yeah, and if you don't leave it on all the time, you could turn it on and then it has an update or two to do. So really, leave it on. Let it do the updates late at night and things. All right, here we go. We got a one-dayer here. We got one last one-dayer, and then we're going to call it a night. Yeah, exactly, dude. We're putting down, the Atlanta Throwdown is getting out of here. That's John nailed it. What he just said is exactly right. And if you look physics-wise, if you open up a ball, it's really, you're putting a point onto a circular object. So it's not going to be accurate until that, it's going to be closer to better. Yeah. It will do updates. It will do updates without you even thinking about it. They don't push out many. There's not a ton of them, and most of them, they're doing updates because we told them shit's broken. There will occasionally be critical updates that your prize player events mode will go away. It's occasional. I wouldn't expect to see many more of those. There aren't any major issues going on right now. Don't believe me, smoke rock. Up and funk you up. And funk you up. Jump on it. Better than I, we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Maybe just watch. How do we want to attack this? Let's go low T roll. Nice line, Mark. Way to nail it. Speed-wise, perfect. Line-wise, no good. Yeah, it's brutal. They can be brutal. I've had a couple that came out of the boxes that were fine. It's actually one of the hardest things about going to, like, about World Championships. So the first year Worlds came back in 2016, I was playing Haas in the third, fourth place match. And we played Volcano. Oh, yeah, but it's one of the worst. So, like, we got to Volcano hole 8 or 7 in sudden death. And I was literally 6 yards from the cup with, like, a right 3 break. And I shook his hand before I went to hit the chip because with a brand new trackball, I could not finesse that ball enough directionally to make that kind of chip. So I ended up I tried to cut chip it, but I was out of the rough and didn't cut it enough and just left it real soft. Those are the kind of things that you have the biggest problems with. And it sucks too because Worlds, you generally have brand new machines, like brand spanking new. I'm dancing in the dark. You need my arm. Okay, I like the bunker on this shot, so I'm gonna nuke it into as far up as I can. I don't mind this bunker for a hole out. This is a great spot to hole out from. Tell you, when I tell you it's a great spot to hold on from, it's a great fucking spot. Ah! Did anyone? He's done it. He has done it. You got to put it there, though. That bunker's awesome. I don't know why, but those downhill shots from the bunkers, and you let them run, they're so easy to get the lines right on them. All right, so we're going to math this one out. We can land this 350 on a fly, we're saying. It's a little downhill and a little outwind. If I nuke this ball straight, this should be pretty much landing right at the cup. Okay, it was more downhill than I thought because that carried and landed 362. I only thought that was down a little bit, but that actually is pretty dramatic now when you look at the background of it. Now, Cole, did you go through Roski and Fitzgerald? Is that where you got yours? Because if they're getting machines out now, that tells you that we're getting closer and closer to them being able to make a machine. Oh, nice. That means, but if they're able to get them out now, that means they're getting parts again, which is good. Oh, God, that sucks, man. You would have had some fun during the pandemic, too. Well, just for future references, right? As much as we love IT, for anything for your home edition or in general parts things. But with parts, anything parts related or anything, I don't want to see it. Go talk, reach out to me, and we'll get you in touch with FS Gaming. That's Brian Roski and Adam Fitzgerald. No, they do not pay me, but then they kind of do, because whenever I need something, I just. That's been my whole thing now since streaming, man. I just ask people for things and I get them. Nice. And please, Cole, for the love of God, you said you're savvy. If you ever have to take apart, do anything with the machine, if you're changing your trackball, unplug the fucking thing. Not the machine. You don't even have to turn it off. Just unplug it. You don't know how many new people on home editions I've had to have them call IT to get a new IO board. All right, I'm not even good at this. I don't know all the equipment and how to do everything. I've never wanted to learn, really. King tells me what to do. All right, but we ended it with a decent round. If I could have done that, I would have gotten past Haas in Worlds in 2008. But wait a minute, you're a PlayStation guy? Did you get a 5 yet, Cole? Yeah, dude. But I mean, that's just the most basic shit. Like, would you take apart your fucking stove with it plugged in and start working on it? No, you're not going to do that. Why the fuck would you do that? Would you turn it? Would you do it? All right. Well, you might need to reach out to me for that too. All right. I'm going to go upstairs right now and I'm going to go sit down. And it might be a Far Cry night, or I might just fucking go Diablo for a bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Diablo. All right, Caesar, please. Yeah, let me know. I'll be around. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Friday night it is. I'll be back on. I missed y'all. It's good to have you back. And we'll see you guys Friday. Have a good night, everybody.